This old legs, eggs display had been sitting out in the barn for decades, and we thought we would take it apart and clean it up. So let's see how it's done. The top section just pulled right off, but everything else was affixed by a metal collar on a pole that goes through the middle of everything. We sprayed the bottom with some WD-40, and then we'll also spray this Allen drive set screw and let that sit for a second. And then we're going to use our Allen wrench and loosen that screw up very gently. We don't want to strip it. It's been sitting like this for decades. We want to make sure that we take it out very carefully. Yeah, teamwork makes the dream work. All right, let's take a look at that little collar. There we go. And then we're going to go ahead and take this apart. We'll just gently slide them off. Some kind of stuck a little bit, so we had to give them a little twist, then get them out of there. And look at how dirty they are. These used to hold nuts, bolts, nails, all kinds of metal components. We're going to loosen up those bottom sections, and then we'll just go ahead and take all those bolts out. The base didn't come off very easily. We kind of gave it a wiggle. We took a look inside, kind of tapped around, tried to break anything free. And then at one point, as we just started to pick this up, the base just came right off. And we'll spray a little bit more WD-40 on it, and we'll pick this back up and give it another little wiggle and pull it apart. And the pole is pretty rusty considering it's been in an open air barn since the 80s. Dusty, oily, and rusty. I've got to get the pressure washer out, and we're going to spray these clean. All right, everything has had its first level of cleaning. We're going to sand up a few things and start to put this back together. And when I'm done putting this back together, I will do some more cleaning. And before we assemble, I'm going to paint some Never Sees onto the screws and bolts. That will keep them from rusting back up in there again, and they'll come out easy next time. All right, it's time to put it all back together. We'll put the lower egg section on and then put the base onto that. Then we'll take that last bolt, put some Never Sees onto it, and put it right back into place into that pole and tighten it up. We'll set that upright and get some WD-40 and wipe that pole down to keep it sealed and protected. This washer is the next thing that goes, so we'll sand that down and put some WD-40 on that and apply that to the pole, and we'll start adding everything down. There's these little kicks on the sides that you have to make sure you put it together properly, and you can see that right here in this video. As I apply that right there, press it down, and it clicks in. Most excellent. We'll put this piece back on, and then we'll have to go find that little collar, and we'll set that collar onto here and tighten up that Allen set screw. And we'll put the cherry on top. That looks great. I'll just take this inside, clean it up a little bit better. There is a hot horseshoe that melted one of the shelves, so I'll get a 3D pen and fix that area so it doesn't break anymore. Clean this up, put some little fancy stuff on here, and put this in my studio. Hey, thanks for watching.